Oh gosh, I'm terrible at asking for help.
There's a stigma throughout society, so it's not just on college campuses, it's not just males, it's not just females, and it's not just Briarcliff.
Insecurity, like just afraid of what other people think, just afraid of judgment, and like they don't want to be the outsider who has the problem.
We're always like, you have to be self-sufficient, and if you're asking for help, you're not being self-sufficient.
Most of us, we try to be very self-reliant. We want to be very independent. We don't want to burden anyone. We don't want to think that our problems are really that major. So what happens is we try to avoid having to get the help, and we try to do it on our own. What happens sometimes though in those situations, it starts to kind of spiral. More things start to add on to it.
Okay. So it may be that they still feel that they should be able to handle college without it. And so they don't realize that maybe they do need it until they get into academic difficulty.
Oftentimes when they're finally become open to getting help, sometimes they've already dug a hole pretty deep. And then it can be really hard to be motivated and have the strength and the endurance to crawl out of it. What I do is I reach out to students, or I welcome other faculty, coaches, advisors to refer their students to me so I can sit down with them and kind of have a really comprehensive conversation with them and figure out what other resources are best on campus to connect them to so we can help them get over their obstacles and be the best student that they can be. I can't miss any pocket. I have to ask questions. Are you making friends here? What's it like? What's your living situation like? How are you worried about finances? Do you have, are you homesick?
It doesn't have to always be a real formal setting. I'm open to even like, I'm gonna be over and by Java and having a glass of tea. One of the things that I want to encourage is that the way that you take that step is just knowing that a lot of times we're in part of our journey, not the whole journey, but when we're under a lot of stress and we're feeling it from our family and all the demands that we have on ourselves, and sometimes we're like trying to do all this stuff and then we feel like if we stop, we're going to lose it. Those are really good indicators that things are spinning out of control, and it's okay to reach out.
We also go through every single class. How's stats? How's chemistry? How's this? Do you need a tutor? Do you need a mentor?
Some services we may provide would be extended time on tests, like time and a half, a less distracting testing environment. Some students who may need to hear a test as well as see a test, there's a technology we have.
Saying it in a place that you don't feel like it could leave there, so the confidentiality is huge. I just want to remind people that this is confidential, that you can come in and it doesn't leave here. And the main thing is that you have a place that you can kind of leave it.
We have students who use that and do very well academically. So they don't, I guess, they don't feel a stigma because it's very confidential. It's not.
Once people come in once or twice, sometimes that's what they needed.
And it may be that you take advantage of it once. You ask one simple question and that helps you.
The moment that you set foot on campus, know that there is a group of people that is like a net for you.
You're not alone. You're not you're not the only one dealing with like problems and learning. You're not the only one who's by themselves and all of this. That there are a lot of other people who are afraid to tell their problems too, but there's somebody else out there who's struggling with the same thing. So just ask for help. Like, there's nothing wrong with asking for help.
Everybody's always like, I know how to do this, I can do this. And we really can't. You really can't. Not on your own.